Hi, I'm John Alexandrov. I'm here today with Bob Kalagher, who's the CEO of Ross Mortgage Company. And Bob, there's been some extraordinary things happening in the market these days. I mean, you see it from a couple different perspectives because you work with realtors all day long, and of course you're lending money all day long. But Bob, I've been doing this since 1985. I've been in this business a long time. I've seen markets go up and down and sideways and all kinds of crazy things. But I don't know if I've ever seen a market as unique as this, where there's very low inventory, meaning the number of homes for sale actually keeps dropping, and there are multiple buyers out there now. I mean, 6 months ago, buyers were in control. They were out negotiating the sellers all day long. Now sellers are getting like 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 offers on their homes. So, what do you think kind of created that shift?
Well, I think it was a few different things. I think mainly people were just sick and tired of being sick and tired. I mean, everybody was worried about losing their jobs, worried about where the economy was going. Just gets to the point where you just can't worry about it anymore, and you just start
living your life again.
You live your life again. Historically, when there's a downturn in real estate, it lasts for 2 or 3 years. As you know, this one was closer to 6 or 7 years.
Right.
And you could argue the reasons all day long, but the bottom line is I believe people just got tired of it, and you stopped hearing about all the shadow inventory because eventually it started getting picked up.
Right.
And what was left, the banks weren't anxious to put on the market because they saw the uptick coming, so they're going to wait till they could get their money back. And now what you've seen is a perfect storm. You have incredibly low rates, you have 7 years worth of pent-up buying demand, and you have very low inventory, and the result is, even 4 or 5 months ago, buyers were still relatively it was still more or less a buyer's market, but things were starting to even out a little bit.
Right.
Now we've seen it just go 100% the other way. Now it is absolutely 100% a seller's market. The sellers are naming their price, and in most cases, we're seeing people pay over asking price.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting, Bob. You had a great continuing education event here a couple weeks ago, and you had, 50, 60, 70 realtors here, and I was talking to quite a few of them, and they were telling me they would have an open house 6 months ago. Maybe they'd get 2 or 3 people.
Right.
Now they're getting 30 or 40 people. They're telling me, let's say they list a property for $300,000. Now, they're getting people overbidding the asking price, like you were saying, bidding $310, $315, $320. And people actually have the cash now to pay the difference. They're willing to pay more than the asking price, and they're actually putting cash down. So I think, one of the things that happened during that 7 years, and the statistics bear this out, is people kind of took care of their debt, paid their debt down a little bit more, and now have a little bit more free cash to invest in real estate.
Yeah, we had one of our loan officers last weekend went to an open house, had 52 people come through it. Never seen that in his entire career. I've never seen that.
52, that's
52.
Amazing. Well, it is an interesting market because the last time the market kind of got propped up, that was more like hysteria.
Yes.
That was much more emotional.
Yes.
This seems to be like the economics is driving this, where you're like how you were saying, like the foreclosures and short sales have kind of weeded themselves out of the market.
Right.
Whatever the inventories that left, is good inventory.
Right.
Interest rates couldn't be any better, really.
No.
I mean, they're just amazing. And regardless of what you think of the national economy, the local economy, at least here in Massachusetts, is not as strong in Rhode Island or some other states around here. But the unemployment rate continues to tick down.
Right.
So it's almost like you used the term perfect storm. It's like a positive perfect storm.
It is.
Everything's coming together all at one time.
It is. The other thing we've seen, which is a really positive indicator, is new construction.
Right.
And builders have basically been working skeleton crews for years. It's like overnight, builders just started putting up houses again. It's an insane rate, and another reason for that is because of there's such a short supply of existing homes. But I talked to a builder who a couple, even 6 months ago, he had very little going on. Now he's in the middle of like 5 different projects, and he's looking at 4 more.
Bob, I live in Holden, Massachusetts, as you know. It's a small town. I don't know how many, 12, 14,000 people, something like that. And I'd say just within a 2-mile radius of my house, there's probably 50 to 60 new homes being built.
Wow.
Which is just incredible. And an apartment complex that's getting top dollar, for the rentals, like the highest I've ever seen.
Right.
And they're building 100 and something apartments, and they're renting out like that. So there's some dynamics taking place here, that are very, very positive for the real estate market, and I think it's very positive, Bob, for first-time home buyers.
It is.
And we've been promoting the ebook that Ross put out for first-time home buyers. This is a great market for first-time home buyers. I mean, how could it be any better with rates where they are. You can still get very low down payment, you know, and get into a home. And in terms from an investment perspective, I mean, housing affordability is the best it's been since 1965.
Yeah.
So if you're a first-time home buyer, now is the time.
Yeah.
Because that window of opportunity is closing. If values continue to creep up, which they will, and rates at some point in time increase,
They will.
this window's going to close. So, Bob, I know you've been focusing a little bit on that as well, with you know, marketing to and helping first-time home buyers get into their first homes.
Absolutely, absolutely. The big thing right now is in most cases, you will pay less to own a home than you would to rent it.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, Bob, I know you don't have a crystal ball, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I'm going to. You know, what do you kind of see happening for the balance of 2013 with the real estate market?
I see purchases continuing to heat up. I see refis dropping off a bit, and towards the later fall, later on this year, the back half of the year, I think we'll see rates start to go up again.
Okay. Well, Bob, thanks for your insight on that. And again, we really do want to prompt people to action here. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an existing homeowner who's thinking about upselling, upgrading, or even downselling, you know, selling your home and moving into something a little smaller. There's never really been an opportunity that I've seen like this. And like I said, I've been doing this since 1985, Bob, and this is a very, very unique opportunity for people to really, I'd say, benefit from the market and from the market conditions.